Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, and I have not played this game in so long. Yes, I'm finally back from the Easter break. I can finally record, the past couple of episodes have been batch recordings, and why am I still wearing my headphones? They do nothing. Ugh. But yes, this is the first episode where I'm actually recording, well, I'm recording this on the 3rd of April, so this will be uploaded tomorrow. So, yeah. It's been a while since I've live commented. Well, okay, that was, rude. I was trying to let my love people know what I've been doing with my life, but you just had to go and run away. Okay, wait your ass here. I just wanted to talk about the goddamn puzzle box, because in the last episode, if memory serves, we received not only we had the puzzle box anyway, but we were also told, that Sunglarse, he had the key to opening it, and he gave us that key, but that key was a bit of paper with some coloured musical notes written on it, and okay, so he's not waiting for a bus that's never going to turn up. Well, that rules out this path of where he could run off to. But okay, I'm trying to tell 3 things at once here, so recap of the story. Oh, the Wii remote has finally died! Wow. It's fucking wow. Okay, give me a moment. You see, I've been preparing for this moment. I've had my phone on standby the entire time, just so I could record myself changing the batteries of the Wii remote, because I'm impressed, by the way. Look, there's my computer. There's the monitor. It's a genuine Wii, by the way, just in case there was any doubt there. But okay, so, Wii remote. Face down with your ass. I got a black Wii remote. In fact, we have a couple of coloured ones. We have we have 5 white ones at home. Then, I think, I don't know. We have a red one and a black one and a load of white ones. How do I commentate changing batteries? This is so interesting. I'm so glad I didn't cut this part out. There we go. Hi! Anyway, back to the game. Oh, golly gee, it's so good to be back on 4 bars of power after all this time. But yes, I did sincerely wait ages, just with my phone on standby, just to show, oh look, I'm changing the batteries. I don't even know why I was compelled to do that, but for the past 20 episodes, I've had the phone there just ready to do that, and I'm guessing this is the other side of that landslide that blocks the way into town. That's informative. Why would I say words like that? Okay, and see, that excitement has completely thrown off what I was saying. So, I batch recorded a whole load of episodes because I was going home. I'm now back from being home, so I'm back into the present, and fuck you, I'm gonna keep running this way. Goodbye, Matthew. Well, that's not suggestive at all. Well, it's not really, because it doesn't have a head. Okay, really? You took the dick joke too far, Tess. Congratulations. Anyway, so that's JC Valley. Matthew with your ass. What's the dirt that's so bloody interesting? And come on, we were about to solve part of this mystery. We're about to open the puzzle box that's plagued us since we found it in the clock tower, and oh snap. Called out on your running away. Oh, come on, you keep running away from home to solve this mystery. You can't just give up now with your hair. Your dead mouse nipple. He's got a dead mouse nipple, we've got a hibiscus boob, and yes, your father is alive, because what kind of narrative would it be if he wasn't alive all along? And thank you, Ashley, for finally pointing out what I've been saying this entire time. Clock tower, surrounded on 3 sides by very deep water. If someone fell off it and they didn't find a body, then he probably dove into the water and swam the fuck away. I mean, sure, if you fall 4 stories you might die, but if you dive 4 stories into water in the correct position, which he probably would have done, then he's probably gonna survive. So yes, let's finally stop dallying our dillies and dildoing our daisies, steady on Chugger Conroy, and open this bastard puzzle box. So we can finally resolve this little story arc, although I'm not sure if this is the resolution of the story arc, but nevertheless. I'm not sure what the point of giving it to him is, though, because we have the key, and he said before he can't remember how to open it. Now, do we have to... I remember having to turn it over repeatedly in our inventory. Oh, no, it gets its own puzzle screen. Okay. Just at some point I remember having to use the... You know how in your inventory you can press little things to turn... you can view it from a different... I thought we had to use the view from different angle approach. And oh! it turns 1-to-1 with the Wii Remote. So if I twist it like this, then it... Point down, please. Oh, that was fun! And that looks crazy cool on the inside. But yeah, I didn't have to press any buttons, it was just a matter of, like, Wii Remote, like, with the A button pointing at the ceiling, that's the yellow side, and then you turn it so that it faces to the right to turn the... Oh, that was fun, I liked that. Okay, you're probably going to read this out loud, so we don't have to... Okay, here we go. This is serious, so I'm going to read this out for you. Dear members of the press, I, Michael Crusoe, hereby accuse JC Valley Technology of their involvement in the contamination of Lake Juliet. This issue dates back to 1999, when I came up with the idea of a resort development project centering on the Lake Juliet area in my hometown, and funded the startup of Crusoe Resort by using the prize money from the lottery as capital. After that, the Lake Juliet project grew steadily, based around the popular Mermaid's Home attraction, and we had closed many construction contracts, although we hadn't received approval from all those concerned. However, at the same time, general troubles occurred, such as fish numbers dwindling and water quality issues. As a consequence of this, Crusoe Resort was blamed and the project came to a standstill in its second year. However, I could never believe that the resort development project had polluted my beloved Lake Juliet. That's a good point, actually. I began an investigation with the few staff members I had left to discover the source of the contamination. I was able to confirm that the origin was JC Valley Technology. I have stored my findings for the last 3 months in the enclosed microchip. I can only hope that the truth will now come to light. 2nd of March, 2002. Michael Crusoe, Crusoe Resort President. Drops the mic. Except the microphone isn't dropped, it's sitting on its stand on a box on my desk. But you know, fucking dropping the mic on JC Valley, though. This doesn't surprise me. And in fact, I kind of get the psychology here, sort of, because I did this sort of thing indirectly as a child in that JC Valley, right, they sit there being good, that they're good people, and they get on people's good sides and all that. So imagine child Tess at school, just always clever and obedient and, you know, getting on the teacher's good sides is like, I've never not had glowing school reports for my entire school year. Certainly, you know, for as long as they did school reports, which I think stopped after college, but still. I always get stuff like, ooh, very conscientious, ooh, a pleasure to teach, and so on and so on. Which means that if ever there was trouble in the school, then I would never receive, like, people would never cast aspersions on me because the teachers are like, oh wow, he's so good. So that means that I could theoretically do what JC Valley did and do something really shitty and blame it on someone else, and they'd just blame this someone else because Tess would never do that. So there we go. JC Valley, teacher's pet, shitting over the newcomers, and it worked. So it's not a straight yes or no. I mean, it's kind of obvious what it wants them for, but I feel like we should play a little bit hard to get. Come on, prove your worth, Sunglarse. That's a good point though. If it's beyond the case's statute of limitations, which I mentioned in whichever episode it was, then, well, what happens to JC Valley? Because it proves that JC Valley did some shitty things then, but the case has since ended and is no longer a thing, so I'd imagine they probably would still be prosecuted, but it kind of, bearing in mind 1999 to 2002, that was the time when jarring thud Fitzgerald was in charge, and he's no longer part of the company. It's now Rex Alfred who's the CEO, which means that it's still JC Valley, but it's a completely different set of people who are working there, so there's no one there they can prosecute fairly. Because it's like the idea of, if you take a broom, and then you change the bristles, and then you change the broom head, and then you change the handle, but not at the same time, is it still the same broom? Or was it the Sugar Babes, or was it... I think it's the Sugar Babes, where you change one member, and then another, and then another, and then by the end you've got a completely different set of girls. Are they still the Sugar Babes? So, can JC Valley still be prosecuted for this? Because it's not the same people. Also, Judd Fitzgerald is dead. That's a thought. They could just prosecute Judd Fitzgerald, except he's dead. So, who's your ass informant? Is it Rex? Is it our father? Oh. Did you? Oh, well, there we go then. Well, surely, why would you give that information away so freely? Why does everyone here have secret diarrhea? And oh, we know about another. We are another. Well, we're not another, but we are so closely tied to another that we as good as... No, we aren't. Well, the point is, we know shit about it, and you will never know because... Anyway, so clearly his brakes were cut, and... that seems a bit of a hasty judgment, because... if he goes over a cliff that he's... Well, that suggests to me that the person who was in charge of contaminating the lake was either him or someone very close to him. And then together they conspired to pollute the lake to drive Crusoe Resort out, and then this close person cut his brakes to make sure that there was no one left to prosecute for it, and then they'd play the innocent because the police would blame the CEO of JC Valley for the contamination of the lake if this information that we've now received came to light. Getting a bit complicated, I know. That sounds like a shitty thing to do, because, as we'll find out later, because we will hear from someone else's point of view in this game about the whole memory control thing, it does, on the surface, seem like a really shitty thing to do. It seems like a really super evil, genius, villain kind of person thing to do, to control human memory and make everyone forget shit. But as we can tell, as we could think now, and as we'll find out, it was developed with a noble cause in mind, to help cure PTSD and that sort of thing. So, someone wanted to use it for evil. It wasn't made for evil, but it can be evil in the wrong hands. Presumably because it's technically unethical, even though it had noble cause to do its thing. And what is the EC? He's probably said what the EC project is. I don't even remember what it stands for. And I can say with like 90% certainty it's not an Undertale level earth-shattering acronym, or it's initialism actually, because you don't pronounce it EC, you pronounce it EC, so it's initialism, not an acronym. So JC Valley exists solely for the furtherment of another. So in theory, as long as Dr. Robbins is still working with another, then it would still work for good rather than evil? Because the guy who helped make it is still on the team? That's my line of thinking here. And he used the correct thing with it, because Americans take note, it's different from, not different than, because that makes no sense. So, it seems then that Rex doesn't agree with the ethics of another because of Judd's approach to it. But since Dr. Robbins and Sayoko were both doing... they were both doing it with a noble cause, I feel like Rex is on board with that, but he wants to give a single firm stance to the outside media to say that no, I think it's unethical, and he doesn't want to seem inconsistent by saying it's unethical unless this, because that would be inconsistent, so... So there were problems, and... But that wasn't a withdrawal, that was a death. She was a little bit shot, and very, very dead as a consequence. So that, I suppose that couldn't have helped. And, I mean, they were a bit impatient, because isn't that basically how Romeo and Juliet ended? They didn't receive the results they were expecting, so they withdrew their funding, i.e. one of them faked their own death, the other killed themselves, then the fake death one killed themselves anyway, and oh my god, he said golden boy! Well, talking about the tragic ending of Romeo and Juliet, just to suddenly thinking about Nadav, Gedge, Gooey, DJ, you know the one, Mr. Golden Boy, come here to enjoy, I'm the king of fun, let me show you how we do it. I'm a golden boy, come here to enjoy, and before I leave, let me show you Tel Aviv. No. 2015, the year of memes. Really, another one. As if it wasn't a confusing enough nomenclature. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. So, I misread Thesis as fetish. So the implantation of false memories. Another two. So, compared to the original, There's another 2 features to it. Well, you would have thought you'd include that with another 1. Like, surely, if you've got the ability to create false memories, surely the ability to rescind, is that the right word? To take back those false memories, surely that would help. Surely that would be an integral part of the system. And how would you test that anyway? Another 0? Is that their way of talking about the original another? So, there is some shady shit going on then. And, oh. Don't show him your boobs, Ashley. What do you want me to give him? The only thing I can... Is it the DAS, the TAS? I wouldn't advise it. Maybe this? I don't know what you want me to give him. But, I mean, there's this that we found. Was that the right answer? And I guess given the suspicious circumstances under which we found it, you know, it's not the item that's of significance, but so much the circumstances that we found it, so maybe that's why it's not... I had no idea what the right answer was there, but clearly it was... yes. So we've definitely confirmed then that JC Valley isn't the teacher's pet that we thought they were after all. And as I didn't engage in shady shit as a school student, I must reiterate, but clearly JC Valley is abusing the power that I also had. I mean, that said, there was one time in a game of rugby that there were a couple of snobby kids who were trying to gang up on me. They... Shut up, I'm telling a story. They tried to... they were deliberately... I was nowhere near the rest of the game. They're trying to tackle me into the mud, and so I kicked one of them in the face with studded boots. He required stitches, and I got off scot-free. What the fuck is this? There's more context to that, but I'll explain it another time. So you just told us to fuck off, but now you want us to fuck back on. So there's proof that the other message was... Well, either the other message was a fake, or this is a fake, and... Either way... We've got shit to do, and JC Valley's right there, so we may as well just head straight there. Well... No, this is far too interesting, to be quite frank. Well, that reflects badly on me. I would give up and go home, but I'm far too invested in the juicy gossip that this adventure has yielded thus far. Well, at least now we have an excuse to go to JC Valley, and I think since we kept the pin, we could scan it and get in illegitimately. Either that or maybe there's another task puzzle. Is there another task puzzle, please? Because those are so fucking cool. Don't look at me like that, Ashley. What have you seen? Is it... Oh! So it's the car that belonged to your thief then, and hello thing, and... I was trying to say hello to the security camera, then I got sidetracked by that panel next to the thing. So, all of JC Valley fits inside a single silo. I mean, clearly not. Clearly, it's obvious what this is. Bearing in mind, you can see right there, it's obvious what this is. But I'm not going to say until the game spells it out for you. Because I did kind of spoil Kelly's deadness ahead of time. Well, not completely. It was obvious that she was a ghost when I mentioned it. But the game hadn't spelled out at this point, and... So this is the entrance. Either it's a lighthouse or a sewage silo. Why sewage specifically? I don't know. Simpsons film. So, Matthew, call us back into reality, please. What's up? Those are some very sexy doors. We look at these doors and we're just thrown away to another world. And yes, you call him out on his running away shit again, because get dunked on. So, can I task this door? Because I want to. It doesn't look like other task things. Oh, we'll just boop the intercom, that works too. Well, it has the circle thing. You know how all the task puzzles have these circle input option things? So maybe we can. I hope so, because I fucking love task puzzles. By the way, how are you other people reacting to those task puzzles? Do you like them as much as I do? Okay. That's a shame. But do you people like them as much as I do? Because I fucking love them and they are really cool, but perhaps there's something that you have to experience firsthand to truly enjoy. I don't know. Oh, duh. I literally just said we could use this to get in. Or maybe not. I haven't. Because just the fact that... Oh, these are the... look, there's a scanny thing right there. But this is what I was talking about before. I thought you had to turn over the music box using these arrows in order to solve the music box, but apparently not. Maybe that's why I had trouble with it as a child, because I didn't realise it had its own separate puzzle. Yeah, so what now? We'll just leave and then be accosted on the way out, perhaps. Yep. Well, who the shit are you? Are you Gina G? Are we gonna meet you at last? Ooh, just a little bit? You were supposed to come to my barbecue, but you didn't a little bit more? That's her entire name, by the way. No, we're fucking... Jimbo Bagoogity-Goo, Mr. McMoon the Potato Man. Nearly got to that with a straight face. Okay, so you are indeed Gina G. I'm not going to pronounce it Barnes. No, your surname is Garnes now. You are Gina G. I refuse to accept any other canon. Well, he told us that you exist and that you were supposed to come to our barbecue and you didn't. You arse monkey. Well, we're here. Why didn't you answer the intercom then? With your bun. Your banana lock of hair at the front of your face. It looks more like a chili pepper, but made of really nice wood. And for crying out loud, he's always too busy for the fuck shit. That's not grammar. So once again, he's being strange, and again, so are we talking to camera, bearing in mind that there's no camera there. So, is this diegetic, or is she just... Oh, we're at the end of a chapter. Yummity-doo. Why'd I put a T in there? It's usually yummity-doo. Like, why am I even contemplating this? I need to remember what happened in this last chapter, and this isn't going to be easy because it's been ages since I recorded most of this chapter. So, don't ask me what the... In fact, no, it was Sword 1, Moon 4, Flower 6, I think? Anyway, that's where we found the puzzle box in the clockwork. The badge was on the floor, and I didn't see what the other option was. So what's the next question? Come on, do it while it's fresh in my memory, which is ironic. Well, it's fitting given the subject matter of the game, as I've said before. Another kaleidoscope. And that as well. But yes, that was in response to the kaleidoscope. See, as I said, I didn't know that changeable kaleidoscopes were a thing, and it seems strange to me to have the concept of a kaleidoscope that's supposed to display a specific image, but fractalized. Like, in my experience, it's always just been, it has to be just pretty colourful geometric shapes. And, well, we found, I was thinking of the newspaper, that's not what you're thinking of. You're talking about the doll. I thought the doll was the right answer, but there was a bit in my mind saying, well, we found that stack of newspapers in one locker as well, but, yeah. So Kelly's dead. That was a thing that happened. And it almost seems unrealistic until I remember that her companion in the last game was also a ghost. And now flashback quiz time, and it's been even longer since I've last seen one of these apart from the one we got in this episode. But yes, Ashley, consolidate those memories. I don't fucking know. Oh, where was she? She was in front of the fucking... You heard the clock tower bell and then remembered her somewhere. Where the fuck do you think is associated with the memory of a clock tower bell? You dildo. Good grief. No shit. That's like... I remember the smell of a pastry. Was she in the butcher's, the candlestick maker's, or the baker's shop? And this, I believe, was that. Well, the other options are things that it couldn't possibly have been, because the blanket was from Charlotte, and the food was from Boxman. Bob Fox. Fob Box. A container for keeping fob watches in. And that is the campest giving gesture ever. I mean, I know you're giving her a pendant, but that's no excuse. I mean, look at that. Look at that wrist. Are you sure that he didn't just leave Elizabeth's mother to be with another man? Because, I mean... I'm not trying to be offensive here, it's just limp wrist stereotypes. Haha, I'm funny. Anyway, ominous fade to black. So what do now then? So we've had our little reverie, we've faded to black. Oh yeah, we're about to head into JC Valley at long sweet last. Yes, recount those things that just happened, and damn it, I'm hungry. But also, pay attention to what's going on here, because these things are Ah! Appreciate these title cards because it's so clever. And I looked it up off camera. There are 9 chapters in total in this game. And I think the 9th one may be like an epilogue or something. I don't remember. But there are 9 chapters in total. And we're nearly done. But Heartless Deception, well, that's not an ominous title at all. And don't say the name Crusoe to an employee of JC Valley. Baby, now they've got bad blood. God, griffity, but don't clarify it. You're going to get him kicked out. I know, just from left to right, we've got gold hair, silver hair, bronze hair. Which actually also synchronizes with their ages as well. That's coincidental. And wow, rub it in, why don't you? Well, not correct, but look, can you both just not? Because this is not conducive to the thing that we're about to do. Just okay, Matthew, you're 13, she's not going to take you seriously. But nevertheless, literally shut up. Do you want them to let you in or not? Because if you're going to talk smack about the company, they are not going to let you in. Just... Ashley, you're kind of at fault here as well for not stepping in and telling them both to shut the fuck up. Oh. Ouch. Don't talk about his mother because... Well, especially not now because she's dead. But... Anyway. I came out of the ocean because you both need to stop. Just throwing that out there. Ashley, stop. Just stop it. Because telling her isn't going to help anyway, and telling anyone what you know already is really not going to help your case. So just shut up for now and just head into the thing, why don't we? Come think of it. Gina's face looks a lot like Elizabeth's. Like, the rest of her is different, but her face looks like Elizabeth's. And she's got that snooty sneer going on. Oh, I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised you want to still come in, but yeah. See, she would have let you in if you hadn't gone on that tangent. You fucking Russian nesting dildos. Actually, that would be a really... Like, that would be a kind of... Oh god, brains, stop it. That would actually be a really efficient way of storing dildos, not that I'd know. But, wow. I'm gonna have to talk to Super Alex 641 about this, because this is the sort of breakthrough that would entertain him greatly. Wow, okay. You can tell I've not commentated on a Let's Play video in a while. Are you sure waiting out here is the best idea? Surely you should go and hide somewhere or something so you don't get got. Well, I suppose that is true, but nevertheless, you really shouldn't be hanging around out here. But, Gina, are you a jetpack? No? Then get the fuck off my back. That wasn't meant to rhyme, but it did. Staff members. Penises. Oh, I'm such a child. Anyway, looking at the time, I think... I don't want to overrun with this one, because I feel like as soon as we step into the building we'll be bombarded with more cutscenes. I think that's best saved for next time. So... Okay, so you're being slightly bitchy. I mean, from your perspective, it's justified bitchery, but nevertheless. She does have a valid point, and that's what I was saying, so, yeah, just go and hide somewhere, Matthew. We'll pick you up. I mean, you could hide with Charlotte. You could go back to the house, because clearly that place doesn't have keys for it or anything. Yeah, it's just easier for all of us. But I feel like she wouldn't have played the authorization card had you not picked a fight with her. Just saying. Or you could wander around, that would be helpful too, but yeah, it's getting dark, and security cameras are a thing, and we're not the only ones who can see those, you know. Not that I'm going to say that out loud to a JC Valley employee, because I have some discretion about what I say, for fuck's sake. Now, take your bronze hair, light the blue touch paper and retire. You know, take your beef supremacy and just disappear. Yeah, there we go. Stay with Charlotte, because she's got a blanket and shit.
She's got a blanket and a spare room. So, plus she trusts you now. Oh yeah, and she may have said that as well. Plus, she's got diplomatic immunity from JC Valley because she's that obstinate. I suppose that means that the people who chased off the other residents of that area, like, you know how they said that people pulled up all of her vegetables and tried to kick her out of the area so that Crusoe Resort could develop? I suspect that was done by JC Valley as well, because Michael Crusoe's goons would never do that. Or so we've been led to believe. God, are you a fucking robot or something? Yes, we have reached an agreement. Yes, take me to your leader. Quite literally, because he's your assistant. No, you're his assistant. Yes. You there, Schmidty here. I've played too much Quiplash. Anyway, in the next episode we will head into JC Valley. And I can outro as soon as you finish flapping your lips, or lack thereof, as is the case with Matthew. But yes, we'll come and get you soon enough. But in the meantime, I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons. And as soon as I'm given control of the game, I will say thank you for watching this episode. And see you next time, just as soon as I get control of the game back. Ashley, he's gone. Ashley, just, Ashley, let him go. Stay focused. And the back of your jeans are riding underneath your shoes, and it would surprise me if there aren't holes in the bottom of them by the end of this.